These days, man, I don't know what it is, but I just like being to myself. I don't know if it's just a me thing, and I don't know if I'll be tweaking, but I know I've always been like this low key. I've always preferred to stay in the crib and just not, be amongst all the things. But I do like to go to parties and clubs. I like to dance, have a good time. But as of lately, I don't know. It just feels like exhausting to kind of socialize and do all that and deal with emotions and all of this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm tripping. I don't know if I'm just venting. But I just wanted to get on here and kind of talk about a few things that I've come to realize as a result of like going to therapy and things of that nature. First of all, if you feel like this is something you want to improve on, there's nothing wrong with going to therapy. I recommend it. And I've been going to it for like the past, I would say like consistently 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks, but I've been in therapy for like 5 or 6 months per se. And it has exposed a lot of things about myself that I was aware of, but I wasn't sure of. Like the other day I got diagnosed with like social anxiety. And I didn't know that. I just thought like, you know what I mean? Like it was just, I just didn't like being around people or something. And I've convinced myself that that was the case. But like when I would stay to myself for too long, like I would crave some kind of, connection. And not like the big crowds and that kind of attention, like the small gatherings and things of that nature, playing with the homies. And even when I would go kick it with the homies, when I go back home to New York and things of that nature, like I would kick it with them, boom, 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 bing. You know what I'm saying? We're having a blast. Everything will be good. But like towards like the end of the night, like say hour 8, 9, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go home. Love y'all to death. But like, I don't know what it is, but I just need to go home. Like I would just feel like heaviness in the chest area is just like, I need to go home. Like I start tweaking, but it's not like I get rude or anything. It's just like I get a little bit more, you know what I mean? I sink more into the couch. And let me know if y'all like the new setup. I wanted to change the scenery up a little bit because I just didn't feel like turning on my computer to record this video, so I recorded it on my phone. If y'all like this kind of style, I know the microphone don't sound as crispy, and that's like one of y'all thing. Y'all love the crispy mic, but yeah, let me know if y'all like this new format. But back to the point. But yeah, like I used to think I was like an introvert, but I'm like, nah, it can't be that because I like being social at times too. You know what I'm saying? Like I like being alone. I don't need to be around people, but I like it when, I have that crave to like go outside, you know what I'm saying? Like I've gone to parties by myself. So I'm like, I gotta be a blend of both or something. So then I discovered like, oh, I might be omnivert and all types of stuff, right? But what pulled the trigger for me when it came to like going to therapy, coaching, things of that nature, it was like, I just got tired of like going through the same situation. And the biggest thing for me is definitely putting others first. And I've gotten way better with it, but I still feel like there's things that I need to work on when it comes to that aspect of it, because like I care way too much about other people's feelings to the point where it's like I sacrifice myself. So and I think it's just a thing of like how you grow up in your childhood. Like I didn't know how much of an effect your childhood has on you at the age of 26. I'm like, God damn, like childhood still eating at me like this. But like yeah, it's very interesting to see how these things play out in adulthood. And just like I haven't really like, I'm more conscious of it now because like the therapist brought it to my attention, like, hey, you need to work on your boundaries. You need to work on being a little bit more assertive. And I've been doing that, but I've been receiving very weird feedback amongst the people that are close to me. And it feels very uncomfortable. But then it's like, these are thoughts that I would have in my mind, but I would never have the courage to outright say it. If my therapist is telling me, hey, you need to be a little bit more assertive, I'm not going to question it now. That's exactly what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And be more like just unapologetic. Take your time with your feelings, with my feelings, then I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If that means I'm gonna have more intimate relationships with my friends, girlfriend, whatever, my parents, my family, like I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And I feel like I'm at that point in my life now. But I've realized one thing: the more honest that I am, the more people don't like it. I don't. It's the weirdest shit. But they would ask me to be like more honest. But when I be honest and say like, hey, I don't want to do this and do that, or they would ask me like to do a favor and I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Like I would say no more often. Now it's like a big problem. You know what I'm saying? But before I was this yes man, and you know what I'm saying? Now that I got a pair of balls or whatever, because that's what it really is. Like I had a pair of balls in my mind. I just never said anything. I just kind of let I was the benefit of the doubt dude. And now that I'm being more vocal, it's very uncomfortable, but it feels good at the same time. I don't know, like, if y'all understand what I'm saying, but like the way I am here on camera, like I'm only like this to my close friends, you know what I'm saying? But not even to this degree. Like I don't know what it is about like talking to a camera. It's probably because it's just me in here, and it's like I don't see nobody in front of me. I'll be, I'm chilling, but like I'm proud of myself because I'm more vocal about my how I'm feeling about certain things. Like I'm not afraid to like hurt somebody's feelings because I said no. If anything, I don't think it should offend the other person, but if it does, then it's like that's your problem. It's not really mine. And it sounds so weird saying that because I come from a place of like, damn, I made the person feel like this. You know what I'm saying? But it's like there's a price you pay. If you say yes to somebody else, you're probably saying no to yourself. And once my therapist told me that, I was like, shit. You kind of hit a nerve with that one, you know what I'm saying? And imagine doing that for a majority of your life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's very interesting stuff here, man. So I don't know, man. With the new knowledge that I'm obtaining, well, receiving confirmation on, because I knew I had to do these things. I just wanted to hear from a professional so that I know I'm not tripping. I don't know if it's getting a little dark, but yeah, it's just like it gives me that extra, you know what I'm saying, that extra boost to kind of do what I feel is right for me. And it sounds a little selfish. Well, it is selfish, but what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being a little selfish? I'm used to being the humble guy that's like, hey, I'm gonna dim my light so you can shine a little bit. Sometimes when you shine too bright, people get uncomfortable. I don't know what that's about. I always like to see all my friends win and things of that nature. Like, if my mans don't have any bread, I'm gonna help you out. Not all the time, but if you need it right now, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Once or twice, maybe 3 times, and then that'll be it. But I don't know. It's been a very interesting because I've recently started to like apply it like 100,000%, and maybe I'm swinging too far to the left or the right. I don't know, but it feels good to be able to not have that feeling in my neck or my chest where I feel like I can't say something because I might say the wrong thing because someone else will get offended by it. Like if you're a close friend to me and I say something, it's ultimately one, for my own well-being, and for 2, for the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Whatever relationship that we have, friendship, familyship, relationship with a John, you know what I mean? But yeah, some people may take it as like, I can't control the way that people receive the information, you know what I'm saying? And I just have to come to peace with that. I feel like that's the hardest thing about it. Like I take on the emotions of other people that I'm not responsible for, or I would take on, like, if somebody tells me like a story about what happens to them and things of that nature, like I'm a sucker for trying to like help in those situations, because it's like, damn, I wish somebody would help me in that situation too, you know what I'm saying? But like that's a boundary issue too, because it's like they never asked you for help, you know what I'm saying? So I can't just throw myself out there and be like, hey, I know something, I could help you, you know what I'm saying, if you want it. But yeah, that's a department that I definitely need some bicep curls in. But it's just a childhood thing for sure. And I'm glad I've kind of built a space where I could kind of talk. And YouTube as well has helped me kind of like, you know what I'm saying, navigate my thoughts and have helped me make the decision on getting like coaching, therapy, all of that good stuff. And I'm thankful for the community I have now. I don't know what it's gonna look like 6 months from now, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We got a tight group of people in here. They type in, they in the comments typing in essays. I'm reading them, and then they got the trolls being a bunch of hoes. You know, it's all good. It's all love. You feel me? With the love, you gonna get the hate. What they say, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Some shit like that. I don't know. But hey man, I kind of like this. I'm sorry. All right, boom. But yeah, like, it's so crazy how people be like, yo, I want you to be the best version of yourself. And then when you start acting in that light, people get offended. I'm like, bro, didn't you want this for me? Like, didn't you want me to be the best version of myself? This is what it looks like. This is what a portion of it looks like. This is what it looks like when I'm getting there, right? So when I start to say no, because that like the best version of myself is the version where I can speak without a filter and not be insensitive about it, but with the priority of make sure I'm doing things for my well-being first, because if I'm not good for nobody else, right? It used to be the other way around. I make sure everybody good around me and I put myself last. I did that for 26 years of my life, not doing that no more. Dead in that. You know what I'm saying? We're deading that. And a lot of people is feeling the shift and they're not liking it. They're not liking it. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's also my fault as well, because I put this image out that I was just unbothered. I was an unbothered soul. You know what I'm saying? So I take accountability for that as well. The big thing for it was I was just afraid to lose friends. And not even lose friends. I wouldn't say I was afraid to lose friends. I was just afraid to hurt people's feelings. Because like I would question myself like, yo, I'm feeling a type of way right now, but I don't know if I'm being dramatic or not. But I'm feeling this type of way. And then when it would come time for me to say something about it, I wouldn't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't want to create that awkward situation or ultimately just hurt the person's feelings. And it's like, that's inevitable. That's just that's avoiding conflict. And the fact that I'm able to put something like a name to it now is kind of fire too. But yeah, I'm proud of myself, and anyone who's going through a similar journey, who's learning more about themselves and things of that nature, you're gonna have very, like, all your in close relationships will be affected. And that's okay. If it's for the betterment of you and guiding you to be in the life that you want for yourself, and you're walking in that direction, full force that, John. You know what I'm saying? If you're out here purposely hurting people, just cause, then that's a whole different story. But if you're someone that's just like trying to be a kind person, I don't want to be a nice guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a nice guy has no boundaries, carpet, just everybody loves him, very agreeable. Like, that was me. There's still some elements of that, but for the most part, I feel like it's definitely something that I'm doing a really good job with right now. And hope that, and not hope, but I will continue to move in the direction of just being more, what's the word I'm looking for? Transparent, honest with the way that I feel. And if something bothers me, I'm not going to be afraid to, let me not say I'm not going to be afraid to bring it up, but it's definitely going to be uncomfortable to bring it up. I'm not going to use the word afraid, because I don't think I'm afraid. I used to be afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. It's just uncomfortable, because I'm so used to not talking about those feelings or those things that bother me. So, yeah, if y'all come from a similar background, go through the battle. Go do that shadow work. Go do all that. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of conflict, because on the other side of that, it could look so much better. Like you don't even know what kind of relationships you're avoiding by being conflict avoidant. You don't know what having that conversation, that tough conversation with your friend or your partner, your family member. You don't know what could be on the other side of that. It could be the best relationship you've ever developed with that person if they allow the change to happen, or if they don't get offended by it, or if it's something that they even want in their life. That's cool. If that doesn't work out, that's more room for someone else to fill it in. Or if you're okay with not having that much friends and you have a core group of people that you kind of bang with, then that's cool too. And I've come to terms with that as well. Like I guess I'm okay with whatever is on the other side of this. Sometimes it sucks, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be 32, 40, and I'm still a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? That's just not the way I want to live. I want to be an honest person. I want to be someone that people could look up to. I want to have some character, you know? And I feel like I have a lot of character, I have a lot to offer. I've already offered a lot as a people pleaser. God damn, nigga, shit. God damn, take your time. I've already offered a lot. I've done so much as a people pleaser, as a nice guy. But like, I don't know, I don't know if it's because of my birthday is coming up, but I'm feeling real. You know what I mean? I'm feeling real, you feel me? I'm feeling real bold, you know, I'm feeling real charged up right now, you know? And it's all thanks to, you know, the therapist, the coach, whatever she likes to be called, that I be seeing. And it's just crazy. I was talking to my friend earlier today on the phone. She had asked me, she was like, oh, could you make a beat for me, this, that, and the third? And I was like, nah, I'm good. Like I said, I'm good. I don't really want to do it. And then she just kind of kept asking me and just like, oh, you can only say yes to me and this, that, and the third. I'm just like, and then she kind of got her feelings or whatever. And I'm like, it's still a no. Like, I love you, you know what I'm saying? And this is someone I've known since I was 12, 13 years old. I love her to death. But a no is a no. Like, I don't want to make a beat for you. And it doesn't subtract the amount of love I have for you. I'm not a producer. I don't want to produce nobody's shit. I made a song not too long ago, like 2 days ago, and like, that doesn't mean I want to produce a beat for you. You know what I mean? Like, no. The old me would have caved in, because she was like doing this thing where she kind of was like, very moping. You know what I'm saying? And the old me would have been like, all right, I guess I'll do it. But then, again, remember what I said earlier. You say yes to somebody else, you're saying no to yourself, right? So now I'm doing a beat. When the day comes where I actually start to make this beat, I'm gonna resent it. I'm gonna hate the entire process, because ultimately I do not want to make this beat, right? But here's another thing that I've also realized about why it's difficult for me to say no, right? When I say no politely, nobody listens. So like, say for example, in that situation, I'm like, nah, I'm not interested in doing that, right? They keep asking me, like, I'm like, my nigga, I just said no. Nah, I'm not interested. That means no. You shouldn't even ask again. Like, that's a no. I don't know if that means I need work in the assertiveness department, but like, if I say, nah, I'm not interested, it should be dead after that. If somebody tells me, nah, I'm not interested, I'm not asking them again. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not asking them again. But it seems like, I don't know if it's because I'm from New York, but it's like you gotta be like, no, for people to listen to your no. I don't know what that's about. I don't understand why that is the case, but why can't we just respect somebody's no? And that's my problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a big deal. This is not a big deal situation. I don't want it to be a big deal because she's probably watching this video, whatever, right? But that would be my problem with why I would convert to saying yes, because it would irritate me after a while. And then to get them to shut up, I would just say, you know, I'll do it. But I really don't want to do it. again, I gotta just work on standing on business. That's what y'all say. Stand on business, keeping it P, right? Keeping it P, right? I don't know why I just did that, but yeah, I just don't understand why we gotta say no multiple times. Like if I say no once and then say it again, it's a no. Like, stop asking me. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna irritate me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let me know if I'm bugging for having this perception, because I like to read y'all comments and things of that nature, and I'll be learning things from y'all as well. But yeah, I feel like if someone says no, it's a no. If they say nah, it's a no. Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? But at least for me, when somebody tells me nah or I'm not really feeling it, that's a no for me. I'm not even going. If it's not a hell yeah if it's not a hell yeah, it's a no. For me, that's how I register it, right? Now, if they want to change their mind, they could come to me because the ball is in their court now. I already extended the request, right? So if you want to come back and be like, hey, you remember that thing you asked me about the other day? I'm with it. Let's do it. It's a yes. A no can turn into a yes. But once you ask somebody, hey man, you want to go over here? They say, nah, I'm not really interested. I'm not free right now. All right, cool. No problem. That's it. Imagine how many things, how much more comfortable it will be to say no if we just allowed people to say no. That's what I think the problem is as well. Like, you gotta be so stern on your no for people to take your no seriously. Like, why can't I just be like, nah, I'm good? And then that'll be the end of the conversation. You feel me? Why I gotta be like, oh my God, why? Why you don't wanna do it? Oh my God. Oh my. Really? Really? For real? We doing this? Come on, man. Now I'm over here, I'm just like this. It's a no. Like, it's a no. And then you keep doing it. And then the old me will be like, you know what? I guess I'll do it. Yeah, oh my God, let me do it, oh my God, oh my God. Freaking the fuck out. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. Again, if you're in a relationship with your friends, family, spouse, whatever, significant other, girlfriend, little girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you know what I mean? And they don't respect your no's, that is a boundary issue. If they're only happy with you when you say yes, that is a boundary issue. Okay? When you start to put these things into effect, people will not like it at first. That is a guarantee. The dynamics will shift. The dynamics will shift. But your respect will go up. Because now you actually have a voice for yourself. No one needs to speak for you. Speak for yourself. And now you could show up confidently in rooms without having to say yes to everything. You know what I mean? And honestly, if I'm being honest, being a yes man or being highly agreeable, a nice guy is definitely like, if we just gonna put it out there like this, it's being dishonest, right? Because you're saying yes to things you don't want to do, right? Like, that's crazy. I never even thought about it like that. Like, being a person that's highly agreeable, nice guy, is fundamentally dishonest, right? Your friend wants to go play basketball. You don't want to play basketball. You rather study instead, whatever. And you say, yeah, I do it. You know what I mean? You go over there, you playing basketball like this. You getting tight. Your energy ain't right. You ruining the whole move for everybody else. Because you really don't want to be there. Right? So just be more honest. Show up, you know what I'm saying? It's scary. I understand it could be scary. Because there's a lot of lying and all the type of shit that be going on out here. But yeah, the more honest you are, I feel like the better life is. Because like no one has to play this guessing game. You don't gotta be like, it could just be direct, you know what I'm saying? Yes, no, maybe so, you know what I mean? And it just makes it like you don't have to play this game of like, oh, do you really want to do it or do you really not? Like, you don't have to play this game. It's just like a real like, You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's the video today. I love y'all. Let me know if y'all like this, the vibe in here, whatever. And yeah, y'all be good out there. No, yep.